friend, not best friend, but a very good
Denise
friend,
Richards. Hi,
Denise Richards.
Denise.
Now she tries to take out Kathy Hilton. I was like, she's done. She did the job too much. It's sad. I think they clapped and they encouraged her. They gave her rope. They gave her rope to hang herself. I think it's too much. And she did all of that. And I think she came crashing down. And I just think that I should have stuck to my gut, because if you, and don't, this is not about me, I told you so. Go and listen to every fucking episode me and Sarah and me and Kim did, and me and Catherine. I said she was leaving. I said she was going to be fired. And here we are. So fuck you for everyone that got into my head and made me change my mind. I got to stick to my things. She's fired for the same reason Vicky was fired. You can't, and I want your opinion. I have so much to say. You can't become bigger than the show. This is an ensemble show. I mean, to be honest with you, the only person that kind of became bigger than the show and did it well and was allowed to stay and still would be there is Bethany. I mean, they all feared Bethany. I've done interviews with her. Like she didn't become that as like this, but she sucked the life out of it. With a minute you suck. Vicky did it. Vicky Gunvalson is fired for the same reason as Lisa.
Here's my devil. Here is why, and you can totally tell me to fuck myself.
I think Lisa was great, but go on.
I always think you should stick to your gut. But what did that do for every time they have gotten rid of a huge personality who has made a show, i.e. Bethany Frankel, Vicky Gunvalson, the shows have gone to shit. To shit. We could even argue Mary Cosby, and again, I think hers was completely by choice. Like, I know we say no one ever leaves Housewives, but I think I have cracked that nut. Salt Lake has a huge problem. What is the show going to be without Lisa Rinna? What is it going to be?
Well, we're going to have to that's why I started to say to myself, and you are one of them. You can, and listen, Catherine was right there with you. She's like, no, they're going to I'm like, you're right. Like your argument is always like, look at the ratings. Look at the ratings. And I'm like, you're right.
They're so dumb.
That's all they care about.
But I don't think that they do.
And no, guys, for everyone who's going to say Atlanta, Tucson, we get it. We understand the heyday, what Atlanta had. And we're talking today in 2022 that just passed. The ratings for Beverly Hills for current day housewives is through the roof for the current ratings. That you're not comparing it to Atlanta back in the heyday. We're comparing it currently. Yeah, they're way up there amongst the top. Beverly Hills. So then I started saying, you're right. Why would they mess with that when the whole rest of the network is crumbling? I'm sorry. I'm being honest. We got a real problem here, guys. We've got a real problem. We have a reboot that someone is walking off of or getting fired for using, disgusting words. And we have,
she didn't, Lizzie
did, allegedly. And we have Atlanta, which I don't think was a great season. I don't think it's a great season at Potomac. And I mean, we're excited for Jersey. We're excited. Let's hope. Let's hope it delivers. And we have the OC. I mean, sure, Tamara will be great for you. I think we have a real problem. So I came around to all of you and I'm like, you're right. She's such a big part of the show. But
I want to say this. You and I had this great kind of offline conversation about this reality show that I'm producing. Anyway, you were talking about TV personalities. I mean, the thing that I love about you is you kind of have an executive's mind. You do have a genius mind.
I do.
And in corporate America, because you've worked in it for so long, to your point, they don't want people that rock the apple cart. They don't, it's corporate wants you to shut up, do your job, not, maybe you get out of line a little bit, you come back in line, you suck their ass. Like, I think Teresa Giudice has kind of played the game super, super well. Like, so
Kyle Richards.
I've always been an outlier. It's why I left corporate America and started my own thing, right? Because if I were running running Bravo, I would have stuck with Lisa Rinna for one more year. Now, I do want to ask you, what you think the truth of this is, because there's now a ton of rumors.
We have to get into the truth.
She wanted to be the highest paid. Was this her strategy all along? She's built up her daughter. She's built up Harry. Rinna Wines is reportedly doing well. So is the Lips. Like, did she kind of walk away and she gave them a number so big they were like, okay, we're not going to meet this. So let's just part ways. Did she really want to negotiate? And they felt she was so toxic. If I were running Bravo, I do not know why Bravo keeps doing this. They have these fucking ratings hits or pretty damn close, and then they take away one of the biggest stars and it all goes to shit. Now, I might eat my words, because I think if there's one franchise, because I think it's not good. I don't think it's good for Salt Lake. I don't think it's particularly good for Potomac. I don't think Atlanta coming back. I think Jersey's going to do well, I think, because there's been so much with Melissa and Joe, and
they're animals, but it is
maybe Beverly Hills. I'll say this last thing and then I want you to jump in. Maybe Beverly Hills, because they do have these other personalities, like people have fallen so much in love with Kathy and she's kind of larger than life. And the rumor is Brandi Glanville's coming back. Maybe they can maintain because they had such high ratings. So I can't really give a prediction on that. I'm floored, and I'd love to know the real reason she left.
Well, before we get to the reason she left, which is like the second topic and the third topic, who's coming back and what, I just go back to what you were saying about, like, I think it's like 3 discussions. Why did this happen? Period. Second, what's the real, well, I guess that's kind of the real reason. And 3, what's the future? Everything you said about me in corporate America is true. It's not just that I was in corporate America. I ran HR in recruiting. So I was in the room with the C-suite people. Yes. This is why I think this is not about me. This is no ego. I don't give a shit. Smack me across the face. Tell me I'm a loser, guys. I do think like an executive. I do. That's no ego. That is how my mind thinks. I think that's why people listen. I don't think we don't do recaps here. And I'm not these pathetic gossip sites that are telling you that Margaret Josephs is flying off to the Real Girls Trip 4 with Garcelle and Sutton when it's filming it. No. So I think that is bullshit. All this and that. I like to deal with like what is, let's predict and let's think about what's going to happen and how this is set. And that I think is why people like to listen to this particular show. And Catherine does it really good with me too. And you. But I think really, yes, you're 100% right. I was running the HR. They don't want outliers. They don't listen. Corporate America, I've said this before, they want you to come to work and bring your B+. Bring your B. You could even bring an A-. Don't bring your A+ game. I'm telling you, the minute you're invested and you know how to do this, no, shut the fuck up. Your job is to do it this way and add value, speak up, but they do not want your A+ game in corporate America. They do not. And Kyle Richards is a great example. She's a great, other than